God, it's busy today. Everybody's out and about. A whole lot of council workers using their noisy equipment. Also lots of manure and sad noise and a horrible smell as well. This is great. And I just got buzzed by a bloody Qantas jet. I'll tell you, it wasn't very high above. The actual shadow came right across me when it passed by just over there, heading towards the airport. So yeah, it's all happening. As I say, I hope I might actually speak to the people I bought the bike, or the scooter off. The thing is that I didn't think that the shaft for the seat would actually be fixed to the back of the scooter. It's a pain in the ass. They're not Phillips screws, they can't be unscrewed, so I don't know, unless I can do it from underneath. I'm not sure if there's a way of just removing the seat. And I don't need it at this stage. I can just test it out standing, it's not a problem, but I just want to use the damn thing. So hopefully I'll get over these teething problems today. I've got a whole day to sort it. Don't have to go off until late tomorrow morning for an appointment. So I've got a bit of time, fingers crossed, but I'm not the most manually adept person on earth. I'm not Mr. Handyman, so, and combine that with my crappy eyesight, it makes it pretty difficult to do little maintenance jobs like that. I can put together office work chairs and that sort of thing, but when it comes to something a little more mechanically challenging, I just can't work out where the stem is to put the seat for a start, the bike seat. I mean, I've had bikes before, I know what bike seats are like, and that's the standard sort of bike seat, but I can't work out where you're supposed to lodge it on the stem. It's just weird, it's at a different angle. Oh God, there's always someone going down that direction. Oh, anyway, almost at the supermarket, a bit of air conditioning comfort, it'll go down well. Got to get myself some more greens. Yeah, my energy levels are way down. Just walking to the supermarket, which isn't a long walk, it takes it out of me. Another plane. It's a second on this particular walk. So that's pretty normal. I think you can get 2 planes per walk, each direction. It's quite a nice day actually, it's not too hot. Of course, we're hit with a lot of humidity, presumably in summer, so that's when things will go downhill a bit. So we'll see. Cairns taxis, no, they're not bad. As for a taxi company, they're reasonable and polite. They let me walk past, it's good. Welcome to Coles Dark. There's just no light in the supermarket, or it's only summer. I don't know what's happened before. I wonder what the story is. Can't they pay their Ergon bills? It's not that easy, admittedly. So, yeah, you just got to wonder. And second time. Okay, this it's just unbelievable. Oh well. It's just going to be a long, dark summer, I reckon. Anyway, I want to do a follow-up from yesterday. Ridiculous situation with Coles in half light. I discovered what the hell was going on at the checkout because I made a sarcastic comment about not paying their Ergon bills, which is our one and only retailer up here in the socialist monolith that is Queensland, northern Queensland. We don't have any choice of retailers. So it's nothing to do with Ergon, it's actually to do with social justice warriors at Coles. It's virtue signalling. Apparently every Tuesday must be between, I don't know, 11 or maybe 10:30 to 11 or whatever, I'm not even sure what the duration is, that they decide to go into half lighting to support autism. I don't know what the connection is, to be quite frank, but I was just gobsmacked. But then again, this is the same company that tries to solicit donations from you at the checkout, which I think is totally unethical. You're a customer of theirs, and you really have you don't expect to be harassed by checkout chicks trying to get money for charity. It's not right. So this seems like that Coles West Farmers, I'm not sure if it's just this store or whether it's a general thing, but they're gone into full-blown social justice warrior brigade. It's insane, this world, because think about it. When you're shopping for food, don't you actually want to see the produce you're buying? Well, it's a bloody bit difficult when they're half in shade. You know, I was struggling finding stuff, and I actually didn't buy a couple of items because of these idiots and their policy. And I don't know how much good it's going to do autism either. It's just virtue signalling. It's just typical corporate bullshit. But anyway, so I went to checkout and I get told this, and then this woman who looks like a middle-aged teacher, she probably was, and they're all brainwashed leftists, she said, "Oh, that's a great idea." I was going to basically have a go at it, but I thought, no, what's the point? So no, wait, I've got low energy levels, and I just shook my head in disbelief, and I thought, well, yes, it's just typical. Surely there's another way, if you want to support something like that, there's another way of doing it. Apart from anything else, I don't think they told the customers. I couldn't see any signage. Then again, as I say, I've got very poor eyesight, so whether that was the case or not, where there was some signage saying that this is what's happening, but it's every Tuesday that this occurs. It's just bizarre. I've never struck this anywhere else, and you know, I just think it's right over the top, but it's just typical where Western society's going. Other problem is, you've noticed I'm walking down Lily Creek. Well, I actually took delivery of my much vaunted e-scooter yesterday, and it wasn't just at the checkout when I was trying to pay for the damn thing. I'm having hassles. I'm also having hassles just getting the thing up and running. And of course, they don't have an instructional video. I'm starting to think that this place, they say they're really big on customer service. Well, they should have done preparatory customer service, giving a few guides on things, because this was one of the weirdest setups, putting the bike seat on. You think you had to put upside down or something, but I couldn't work it out. I couldn't really see it very clearly with my eyesight because the thumbnails were so small, and as I say, it's a mangled version of English in the instructions, so difficult to know what was going on. So that was a bust. So unfortunately, instead of trundling along on this footpath at, say, 10 to 15 k's per hour, I'll have to do a foot slog again, and my energy levels are still dropping. And I really just don't know if I'm ever going to get this on top of this e-scooter thing. I might have to return it, which is a real hassle, because I'll have to pay for the return postage, which I think is unfair. But I think that's how it works. And I just give up. I just think I'm just destined never to have my own transport. It's very depressing. But the other problem I had with it, not only the seat, I had problems charging it. You're supposed to get a red light when you put the charger cord in, and it was intermittent red and green for some reason. Apparently that's not right. They got back to me and said, no, it's got to be red. When I got back a few hours later, it actually had switched to red. So it was red after a few hours, and it actually finally charged up at about 8 o'clock at night. It takes about 4 to 5 hours. But unfortunately, once it charged up, then I tried to follow these instructions in this manual again, which I'm starting to have my doubts about. And the manual said you've got to push the power button on the right, on the left-hand side of the handlebars, which I did. And then you're supposed to push this other button, a power button, on this little LED display. And it's supposed to come up, and it didn't work, of course. It's just blank. I got nothing. So the only thing that worked was the light, which I had to sort of jerry-built putting on the front, which I won't be using because I won't be riding at night anyway. But the light did work, so there's power going through, but the LED display is just not working. So I don't know what the problem is, but the seat's probably the least of my worries. And and actually get the damn thing to move, to actually provide some motion. I mean, that's sort of like fundamentally what I want from this thing. So it's all very depressing. So unfortunately, this has been quite a pain in the ass purchase all round, because like I said, it was a hassle paying for the damn thing, and now it's a hassle just getting it up and running. So fingers crossed I'll get on top of it. I only got it yesterday, so at least the delivery was okay. Guy got there in the morning, which is good. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm not a happy chappy. I tell you, I'm starting to wonder if it's just worth it. I mean, the only other way around is to sort of buy locally, where you've got service and what have you. You pay a lot more, but if you've got a hassle like this, it's a real pain in the ass. Especially with Christmas coming up, I don't think I'll have an opportunity to get another one in the interim. So I'm screwed, I think. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.